My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Join us as we seek the truth and travel the long road to justice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi Fruit Loop. What you know?
I'm loving the weather. It's Christmas time. I love Christmas time.
It's not my favorite time of the year, but
I love it.
I like it because of my kids. But yeah, it's all about money and. Anyways, so
I like decorations and weather. That's what I like.
I like the decorations once they're put up, but I hate them when it's time to come down. And you know me, I would be happy living in California with like warm weather all year. Keep the cold. Don't want it.
I love it.
Anyway, so big update today. We finally got a verdict in the Josh Duggar case. But first, we're going to talk about our sponsor, Too Cool T-Shirt Quilts. You can go to toocooltshirtquilts.com/pretty lies and alibis. Check out quilts, pillows, all kinds of stuff. Learn about the process. They can take your t-shirts and turn them into a quilt that is way too cool. If you look behind me, I need to find something to display this with because it's there, but it looks weird on the chairs. But anyways, I've got like 10 nurses up at the hospital now who are going to the website and checking it out. So yeah, anybody who sees it's like, wow, this is so cool.
High quality.
Such an appropriate name. And actually, I was able to take the cover off, bring it home and wash it. It was super easy because it's kind of Velcroed and just easy to take off and on, and it didn't shrink. So anyways, Josh Duggar, guilty on both counts. I got a little nervous last night.
Yep.
I texted you and I tweeted out. I said, man, this is kind of open and shut. I'm worried maybe there's like one juror who doesn't understand technology or something.
Yeah, because they asked for two things, right? The FBI interview and a calendar.
Yeah, and actually I think both sides didn't want them to have a calendar, and I don't know, maybe it just gets confusing about dates and they don't want them to get confused about something. So I thought maybe the reason they got that interview to be played in the court, I kind of thought, well, maybe somebody is on the fence and you have that statement by him where he essentially says, I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm not saying I'm guilty. So who knows? But I mean, at the end of the day, they came home, guilty verdict, and he's facing 40 years in prison. His new reality is 40 years and counting.
Yeah, exactly. But we've already had people saying they hope because of what the judge said about him being taken into custody immediately, they're worried now that they're going to be light on him. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. My opinion about this kind of stuff is I have no remorse for anybody who does this. And I really think that as a society, we should demand our judicial system make it a mandatory life sentence when you're convicted of possessing stuff like this. I think it should be automatic. You should never get out. Children are the most vulnerable people in our society, and we have to do everything we can to protect them. That's my opinion. And then people who are convicted of molesting, look, if my dog bites your kid in the face, my dog's going to be put down. And you know how I am. I'm more liberal than I am anything, but I'm sorry. I just don't feel like people like that belong amongst us.
Yeah.
It's a very sad thing because these kids are re-victimized every single time a picture or a video is shared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So I just have to say real quick, this t-shirt is from probably 93.
And
Back when Hootie and the I think, well, I don't, dude, we know they didn't have no fitted t-shirts in 93 because I look buff. I think we were at that concert together. It was at the auditorium here in Greenville. They were kind of a local band from Columbia. And I just remember I did not smoke pot at that whole concert, but I left high as a kite because everybody else on the floor was smoking pot.
Yeah.
So anyways, he's 33. If he gets the maximum sentence, he may not be a free man until he's 73.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was taken immediately into custody and his sentencing could take as long as 4 months. His defense attorney wanted him free until sentencing. And his argument was that Josh had 100% been compliant awaiting trial. And the judge said, I appreciate that. And I wanted to acknowledge that. However, because of the guilty offenses, he must be detained regardless of flight risk. So there will be a mandatory detention. The marshals will set that up.
Yeah.
After the verdict, Josh was said to be teary-eyed. And a reporter from The Sun said he was solemn. As the verdict was read, he looked over at his family and was still teary-eyed as he was handcuffed. Anna was said to be completely stoic. That's his wife. Jim Bob hugged her after the verdict was read. His brother Justin cried in court as the verdict was read. So what about Jim Bob? Who did he leave with?
He left with Justin Duggar and his wife Claire. They did not comment. Josh mouthed, I love you to Anna as he was being led away in handcuffs. One reporter said he was crying at this point. His lawyer said outside the courthouse, we respect the jury's verdict and we look forward to continuing this fight on appeal. We plan to appeal at the appropriate time. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, this is the first day in that man's life that he's really been held accountable for any of his evil deeds starting when he was 12. So, yeah, I guess he would be a little sad that everything caught up with him and you're going to pay the piper.
Yeah. So Derek Diller, Jill's husband, said, we just wanted to, among other things, see the facts for ourselves. America is the best country to get justice.
Yep.
And then a cousin, Amy, tweeted, may the jurors and Judge Brooks seek healing, counseling from all that they were exposed to. May the children grow up with real godly men as father figures who will guide and protect them. May the people who were once in disbelief have their eyes open for the first time. How do you think she feels? Anna.
You know, first of all, the UPS man's here and my dog is turning into Cujo. If you hear barking, I apologize. He barks at school buses and the UPS man. You know, these people like Anna, from what I've heard and from what other people have told me, I mean, from a very young age, they're told your husband is essentially your master and you don't doubt your husband and you stand by him. And we saw that with the Ashley Madison scandal. How embarrassing for her to find out that find out through the press that your husband has signed up and paid for a site that allows him to cheat on you.
Yeah.
And she stood by him. And eventually she gave a very teary-eyed interview and I think she talked about forgiveness and that kind of stuff. At this point, having sat through that trial every day, if she doesn't see that her husband is a predator, you're not going to convince her otherwise.
Yeah.
And that's what's so sad is that now she's left to raise 7 children alone for the next 40 years till they're all adults. And I mean, she probably will never divorce the guy. I just don't see it. I think that if she stood by him this long, I believe she blamed President Biden on this. I'm serious. I don't like to get political, but Literally, she thought this was because Biden was in office. You're not going to change her mind, I don't think. I think they will feel wronged their whole life, the both of them. And I mean, I hope she has a day of awakening where she can realize that she was married to a freak.
She needs some counseling and some healing herself.
I think all those kids
her
need
kids will.
counseling. And I think I would not be surprised if, I mean, people who do this kind of stuff, I hope to God he never touched his own kids. I mean, but your mind goes there because what's he doing? What's he doing at hiding in such a sneaky way to be able to just look at this stuff? He looked at a video for 28 seconds, and when he realized there were no kids in it, he deleted it.
Yeah.
So, good riddance. I hope every day's miserable for that man.
Yeah.
I have no sympathy. And I mean, his dad, if you're in Arkansas, don't vote for Jim Bob Duggar. He enabled this for years. You don't need somebody like that representing your state, representing you and your family. He did nothing to hold this boy accountable. And look where we are.
Yeah. Normally, child predators do not do well in prison at all.
No. And I mean, sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah.
Those poor kids have been victimized over and over and over. And he participated in that. Even if he sat at a computer, I have no remorse. And, karma, sometimes it takes a detour, but eventually it'll smack you right upside the head. Yeah. And that's what we saw today.
Just glad
it's not karma. It's justice, though. That's not karma. It's justice. He committed crimes. The government proved those crimes beyond a reasonable doubt to 12 people, and hats off to them. Those 12 people said, we don't want this predator in our community. We want him behind bars. I was worried maybe you'd have a couple on there who were fans of the show and maybe didn't know a lot about technology and got a little confused. But hats off to them because, who knows how many kids they have saved from being exploited by holding him accountable for his crimes. Good job, guys. Hats off to Arkansas, man.
Yeah.
Just open and shut. Boom. Bye. So anyways, now that this has wrapped up, we will be jumping right back into the Gilbert documents. We haven't finished that. We haven't finished the new the Chandler document dump. We've got Mark Means filing. We're going to be just right back on Vallow Daybell. There's a lot to catch up on. So that's kind of our plan moving forward. There's not really anything else that we're covering that's just active now. Yep. So that's the plan. Share the podcast if you know people who are following this case. We're always trying to grow and get new listeners, and we have fun even when we're doing dark stuff.
Yep. So we're going to the Christmas parade Friday.
Oh boy. I'm scared to go to a Christmas parade, dude. Stuff like that messes with my mind.
Dude, this is the big town. This is like, there'll be nobody here. It's the big town of Pickens.
Pickens. Counting your chickens in Pickens.
That's right.
That's what we always... Pickens, for those of you, probably most of you not familiar with this area, Greenville is big. Yeah. It's becoming big. It's way bigger than when we were in high school. And Pickens is like 30 minutes away from Greenville, but it's like another world. It's just a lot of farmland, a lot of open land, quiet up there. But we used to say,
this is where my ancestors came, settled, and all. So it's been really cool to be back here, and to live in this area is really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm a city girl.
I'm loving it.
I'm not a country girl.
We have a Walmart.
Guys are moving up. No, it's nice to get away and come up there because you do feel like you've stepped out of the hustle and bustle. But the only thing I don't like is the traffic. Yeah. But I got to get a lot of Christmas shopping done. I've done a lot at the hospital. By the way, my aunt is coming home tomorrow. 2 weeks.
Does that mean you're giving gifts like sanitary gloves, masks? I've been shopped at the hospital. Yeah,
I've been swiping some mouth swabs and some alcohol wipes and things like that. But we're just really excited. Long road, but I'm going to be up there all day, every day, helping out, and we're going to get her back to full strength. But we will take it and run because 2 weeks ago we were not sure what was up.
No,
she took 10 years off my life.
Yeah.
Love her like a mother. You know, my aunt, she is literally one of the sweetest humans walking this earth.
Yep.
Always positive. I always said that my Aunt Angie, she's always been a safe place to land for me. No matter what was going on in my life, she was supportive and listened with an open heart and always supported me and still does to this day. I'm 44, but I'm still her baby. So anyways, we are done. I'm going to get out of here, go take care of her. And we will see you guys maybe tomorrow.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.